Olá pessoal, seja bem-vindo ao canal Blockchain Brasil. Eu sou o Douglas, junto com o André a gente está trazendo essa entrevista exclusiva com o John Mcafee e a gente gostaria de agradecer aos nossos patrocinadores, a Ed Wallet. Você pode fazer o download dessa carteira na ed.app. Dentro da carteira você tem a opção de escolher mais de 30 criptoativos e também a opção de efetuar compras de criptomoedas dentro da própria carteira. Junto com o pessoal da Ed, a gente quer agradecer o pessoal da Bitcoin. Para você que quer ficar por dentro de todas as notícias e atualizado nesse mercado de criptomoedas, dá uma olhadinha no site webitcoin.com.br. E claro, pessoal, não esqueça de dar uma olhadinha no site do André, mozin.com.br. Lá também tem bastante informação sobre cripto e blockchain. Tá bom? Muito obrigado. Aproveite a entrevista. Até a próxima. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our channel, Blockchain Brazil. I am Doug. I'm here today with André. And today we have one of the biggest Bitcoin supporter and also one of the biggest personality in the crypto sphere. We have Mr. John Mcafee. How are you today, John?
No, I'm great. Thank you. Thanks for having me on. I'm enjoying this already.
All right, John, let's just, our community, everybody just keep asking the same question, as I think you also probably have answered this many times. Just to get this out of the way, to your Bitcoin price prediction for 2020 of the Bitcoin $1 million, it still stands in today's market?
It still stands. It absolutely. I mean, I could care less about today's market. I'm concerned more about what's going to be happening next year. Yeah, that stands. I think people are placing so much unwarranted attention on Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency community, because Bitcoin really, I mean, it's the grandfather of the coins, but so much has been built on blockchains, new blockchains with different functions, with more power, with privacy, and smart contracts, and other functions. That really, I talk about crypto rather than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just a representative and a well-known representative of this field.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Andre.
Yes. So you talk about crypto projects, and one of their major, I think, what are the projects you're working on today is your Mcafee DEX, correct? The decentralized exchange.
Absolutely.
Do you want to talk about it a little bit? What was the main reason did you decide, like when you were deciding to create the exchange? What made you actually want to build this decentralized exchange?
Well, nobody else did it. I mean, I've been on stage for 3 years telling people we have to have decentralized exchanges, else we will be shut down by governments. Because see how easily it was for China to shut down 2 years ago every exchange in China, where they're all centralized. They have a location, they got servers, they have managers, and we really can't survive people without exchanges. I'm sorry, not at this point. So if push comes to shove and governments say, listen, we're banning all of the cryptocurrencies except the cryptocurrencies that our nation states are going to create, like China's creating now, like every country. We know every country is going to create their own cryptocurrency. I mean, it's so vastly superior. But the issue is, will they prevent us, the people, from continuing what was developed by the people? I mean, this is the first world-changing technology, the blockchain, that's come on the scene for the past 100 years. That was not developed by some government secret program or by some major corporation. No, it was developed by ordinary geeks, developers, programmers, who gave that source code free, open source, to the world. And from that, we have built a fantastic system. And the issue is going to be, are we going to let governments tell us that we can't use the crypto developed by the people or not? Because if we are forced into using government crypto, then it's going to be far worse than government fiat. Every single penny that you ever make or spend is going to be monitored and tracked through many levels of exchanges. We can't allow that to happen. We have to keep our own. And so a distributed exchange had to be made. No one built it, you young pups. What's wrong with you guys? I'm 74. Why should I have to do it? But in any case, I built it. We take no information whatsoever. Not your name, not your email, don't look for documents, don't care. We hold no money. We hold our tokens. We have no control over the stacks now. It doesn't cost anything to list, unlike the $75,000 to $250,000 that you have to pay on Binance and others. No, you press a button at the top of the page and list your token. And we've already had over 500 new tokens listed. Charge nothing for that. We don't charge any maker fees. We charge 1/4 of taker fees. And that's just, hopefully, to fund or development and continued maintenance, which it probably will not. But we're going to do it anyway. So this is for you people. An anonymous exchange. And if you wish to use anonymous currencies like Monero or any of the other dozens of privacy coins, then you're free.
Will you be able to trade Monero, for example, on Mcafee DEX? Do you have that in?
Right now. Well, that'll be the second quarter of next year. We have right now. We're in beta version. Okay, so beta test. So we started with all the Ethereum tokens from ERC20 to ERC1440, plus Ethereum itself, DAI, and some other notables. We added Tron 5 days ago. We'll be adding Binance, EOS, and NEO at the end of the year. And then we will continue adding. And by the second quarter of next year, we will have cross-chain capabilities. And that will be our first true production release where any coin can be exchanged for any other coin.
So like Binance coin has its own coin. Do you have a plan, or do you already have a plan to have a coin for the exchange, or?
No, absolutely not. Well, yeah, we do. We've got the whacked token, but that's a joke.
Okay. I wanted to ask about that. Yeah. What is that about? Can you just say something about that?
Well, absolutely. I mean, listen, it is so clear that Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. Good God, he's 6 feet 1 inch tall. They said he hung himself from a 5 foot 7 inch bunk. My mind can't fathom how one could do that. I mean, if you lift your feet, you'd eventually put them down again. In any case, the cameras are misaligned. The guards did not show up that night. They moved his cellmate just a few hours before. Please God. And we need to keep attention on this. And so what happened is some internet meme popped up about Epstein didn't kill himself. I took advantage of that meme to continue as much as I could the energy and attention to this, because people, if we can just pull back the curtain just a little to see the madness that's going on behind it. And people do get whacked in this country by politicians and people of power. If you don't see that, I can't help you. I mean, you should turn this off immediately and turn on The Simpsons and get on with your life.
It's just almost like everybody wants to believe in what they wanted to believe. Everybody can see as much as they want to see, in my opinion.
Yes, absolutely.
So right now we have from the community, the Brazilian community, someone ping us. They got to know that we're going to interview you. They're like, oh, there's a little lag on the Mcafee DEX when you're trading, because it's a little bit different than a centralized exchange, of course.
Yes. Well, we're fixing that lag, and it started out at about 45 seconds. It's now down to about 3. I mean, please God, you can live with that. We're going to get it down to 1 before the production release. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of work.
No, of course, we understand.
A decentralized exchange, and we're the only ones that have done it in a way that actually functions. And people trying the atomic swap approach, that's a nightmare.
And so I would think that with Ethereum 2.0, this lag will also improve because the performance will increase a lot.
Oh, absolutely. Of course. Listen, performance right now is not our top priority, folks.
I bet.
It's trying to sift through the morass of feedback that we have. Because again, I mean, we're talking about thousands of tokens, people. We're talking about, dozens of blockchains. We're talking about a very complex issue of how to make this decentralized, truly, meaning I don't control it. Nobody controls it. And it can't be taken down because our logic is all on the Ethereum and the Tron and all of the blockchains we'll be implementing in smart contracts. So it's there, people. You can't take it down. That's the beauty of the blockchain. It's a record of reality from the moment we created it that will always be there. So when the SEC says, take it down, I'm going to go, God, tell me how to do that, and I certainly will, because no one can.
All right. And really quick about cross chain. You have that in the plan for the beginning of
absolutely. That's going to be the second quarter of next year. We'll have cross chains for all the chains that we do support.
And cross chains, just to understand, so we're going to be able to, for example, to trade Tron tokens for Ethereum tokens, for example, right?
So for Ethereum, yes, or Binance, or EOS, or Neo, or what have you. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because today we have Tron and Ethereum, but they just can't be traded between them.
No. Well, again, it's a beta version, people. Yeah. We know that it's not very functional without cross chain, but that's the last implementation step for us. We have to get the chains working first before we can transact between them. So that's what we're working on now.
Cool.
They're also going to work with Monero, for instance?
Yes, everything. Well, maybe not Bitcoin. Bitcoin is tough, people. It's an old technology. We'll make it happen. It may just be complicated. We may have to use atomic swaps. I apologize. That'll make Bitcoin transactions like molasses in terms of speed. But we will do what we can.
So, in this topic, my last question for you: what do you see in the future for centralized exchanges? What do you see for the future of centralized exchanges?
One of two things. They will bow to pressure from power, like governments, regulatory bodies, financial institutions, and cooperate with them and structure their exchanges in a way that governments have full access and control over your fund. That's one thing. The other thing is they will die. Pick one.
Okay.
All right, John. In terms of the mass adoption for Bitcoin, what is I would say, in your point of view, what is the next technology, or even in your opinion, if we already have a project existing on the market right now, each one would be that it can kind of also help the whole world in different sectors just come into the blockchain?
We need more privacy coins. We need very serious privacy coins that would guarantee forever. And I think Monero is as close as we've gotten, all right? We guarantee forever that governments, power figures, regulatory bodies cannot find out what you're doing without you voluntarily stating so. And I think that financial freedom and financial privacy is the fundamental privacy that we all need, because finances control every aspect of our life. Without the U.S. dollar, you can't buy food, send your kids to school, get medical care, get a car, pay rent, nothing. That's what you're a slave to. And those who control that currency can devalue it by simply printing more of it, totally destroying your hard-earned work or whatever they want. This is not what we need to be. We need to control our own currencies and have currencies that no one can actually manipulate anybody else with, which is the majority of the cryptocurrency, certainly the privacy coins.
Sure. So I guess another question I would have, John, for you, it's what is your opinion right now on the global economy status, and I guess how close are we for a financial crisis? And if that happened, what is the importance of today, cryptocurrencies could bring to the population in different countries?
We will not be able to transform the entire world from a system based on fiat currencies, central banks, and governments to a system controlled by the people, not controlled by, but owned by the people and controlled by none. We will not do that shift. We will not see that happen without a financial crisis, people. Please God, this is just the nature of technology and growth. Imagine all the buggy whip manufacturers across the world when the automobile sprang onto the scene. Imagine what a catastrophe that must have seemed. We don't have any buggy whip manufacturers anymore, at least nothing outside the Amish community in Pennsylvania. So it's gone. There will be chaos, people, and there will be crisis. And it will not be an easy, downhill slope. No, it's going to be an uphill battle. But the question is do you want to continue in your life of, because most people's lives in financial slavery, even though you're thinking you're having a great time, most of them, if you take all the hours that you are forced to experience and to live through, most of them are at a job where you don't get your joy from that job. You don't wake up in the morning going, God, I can't wait to get to work. God, I just love my job. I did. I always did. If I woke up and that did not happen, and it did not happen the next day, I walked out, which is what I did at Mcafee and every other company when it was time, when I no longer felt joy from my job. Mcafee got to this monster of thousands of people. It was no longer a tight-knit group of developers fighting the bad guys. No, it was dealing with stockholders and board of directors meetings and personnel issues and shit that I don't want to deal with. And so I walked out. And this is the slavery that you're in.
Yeah.
And most people don't love their jobs. They tolerate their jobs. Or they point to those aspects of them. Yeah, I got a good raise. I get out on the weekends and after 5. And also, I get out of jail 3 weeks every fucking year. And you know what? They pay me. No, you're still a fucking slave. You're just deluded, self-deluded.
Yeah, and that's funny because the word job, it means just over broke. And it's funny that I've talked to people before that everybody, the way they mention things is just, my job at school, I like it. I work from 8 to 5, and some of that people think this is really good. But I see your point of view. I was reading actually, I think it was yesterday about maybe, I think it was the Federal Reserve are thinking maybe to go digital. What do you think about that?
I could care less what the Federal Reserve does, quite frankly, and so should all of us. I mean, the Federal Reserve is our taskmaster, some private agency that masks itself in some government body that we elected to manage our finances. Jesus God, what they do is of no concern to me because they will be the first to disappear if the people take this technology into their own hands and use it. And I have time for one more question. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead, Andre.
So for someone that's a newcomer to the crypto space, like someone brand new, what would be your advice or suggestion for this person that's just coming out, say, hey, I want to get into cryptocurrency. How do I do? What is your suggestion?
Well, first and foremost, you have to be an adult. And what I mean by that is someone, I don't care what age you are, but someone who is fully capable of and prepared to take full responsibility for their actions. And don't expect a government to step in and save you because of bad decisions or stupidity. No, don't touch this field if you're not one of those people. Secondly, if you are one of these people, then you should be prepared to do some work right up front, understanding what this field is that you're stepping into. It doesn't take long. We have this thing called Google, believe it or not. You don't need universities anymore. You just go Google it. Google, cryptocurrency issues or cryptocurrency basics or Bitcoin basics or Bitcoin for dummies. Even do that one. They got some. And study and step in only after you understand it. And don't step in if what you're attempting to do is, I'm going to earn a living from understanding this and simply buying and selling tokens. Well, no, I mean, you might, but that's not who we need. We need people in this space who are willing to take the currencies and use them for their intended purpose. Start an internet business and take cryptocurrency, maybe only cryptocurrency. When you want to buy something, find it on Google. I promise you, you will find whatever you want that you can pay for with Monero, Ethereum, or Bitcoin. I mean, this is what we need. My advice is don't come here if you're going to be the continuation of that greed that's decaying us in this community from the inside, that greed of overnight riches. Go to Las Vegas, you'll have more fun, more lights, the girls are prettier, and you get free drinks. No, don't enter it if that's your purpose.
That's right.
Yeah, I see.
Thank you very
Okay,
much,
good.
John McAfee. I really
John.
appreciate your participating and being here with us today. Very appreciated.
Thank you, John.
Thank you for having me on. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.